You know, Dr. Craig, when I think about the apologetic task at hand today and wondering where somebody begins, what would you say? I mean, there's people out there, they're living in this context. We live in a crazy time, no doubt, and they want to get into Christian apologetics. How would you guide them? How would you steer them?
Well, I think, first of all, Bobby, that everyone needs to have a foundation in logic, no matter what discipline you go into. So I would really encourage people to take a course or read a textbook in basic sentential logic. There are only about 9 rules of logic that govern all of rational thinking. And if you can master these rules, they will help you positively to construct logically valid arguments for your conclusions, as well as to spot logical mistakes in the objections of your opponents. So, whichever area you go into, the study of logic is very helpful. I also think that getting a grounding in philosophy is very valuable. Even if you go into, say, biblical studies or scientific apologetics, you will be much, much better equipped if you have a basic grounding in philosophy, because what philosophy does for you will give you the tools for conceptual analysis and analysis of arguments and careful definition and formulation of points of view. And so that will be very helpful, I think, to anybody. And then I guess finally, I would say that you need to think at some point about what area of apologetics you really want to specialize in. Do you want to do historical apologetics for the reliability of the New Testament, say, or the historical Jesus? Or would you rather do philosophical apologetics, or perhaps scientific apologetics, working the interface between science and Christianity? All of these are different areas of specialization. And I think it's good for each of us to have a general knowledge of apologetics, but then to have an area of specialization too, where we go deeper.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more on all three of those practical points that you listed. In particular, I was talking with my son today and telling him about the defenders class that you teach and how I have appreciated that. I mean, I've sat through a master's of theology and lots of different theological professors, but I feel like your philosophical insight in the way that you come with that perspective, you have been greatly protected from mistakes that I've seen other theologians make because they don't have that philosophical background. And so I have really got a lot out of that. I mean, I think the Defenders class, if people haven't got a chance to go through the Defenders podcast, I mean, that's going to be a seminary education in and of itself. It's just fantastic.
I hope you enjoyed that video of Dr. Craig. If you'd like to watch their entire conversation, please click here. We have answered over 1,000 questions on our channel. Please consider subscribing by clicking above if you are looking for more credible answers to curious questions.